Hey there, this is Ramey over at moneybyramey.com coming at you today with a tutorial video on how to use the Forward Dividend Income Calculator that I developed. I use that for my own investing journey just to give me a quick glance at the benefits of investing into a stock from the perspective of share accumulation, payout per year, different things like that. So I'm going to take you through that. First off, though, I would like to bring over here to our YouTube channel. If you could like this video, subscribe to our channel, it would really help me out. I'm looking to continually build out the YouTube presence for the channel. So would definitely appreciate that. Like and subscribe. So getting right into the video, I'll make this a quick one. But if you come over here to the site, moneybyramey.com, we have a lot of great content for you. But basically, the dividend income calculator, it's going to be underneath the dividend learning center drop down. We also have a drip calculator there. I'm going to go ahead and make a different video for that, but today I just wanted to focus on the forward income calculator. So if you come over here, click on this, it'll bring up the actual calculator, which is the thing that I really like about this and the way that I use it is it's a tool that provides me a quick glance at, if I set it invest at a certain amount, let's say, $2,000. If I'm thinking about buying some, let's go to there's an RV single line dividend stocks watch list that I have over here. And if we come over here, you can kind of see a live tracking. I'm actually going to work on making this downloadable for you. But again, this is a dividend stocks watch list at available at moneybyramey.com. But let's say we're thinking about investing over here into Intel Corp. If we come over here, we can find out the current share price is $45.35. So let's go ahead and let's plug that, Intel in here. $45.39. And the current dividend, I believe I had this updated. Oh, this does by annual dividend. So I actually want the quarterly. Actually, we could plug in annual. Let's do that. Let's do 126. That'll kind of show us a little something over here too. So right now, I'm plugging in their annual dividend. The frequency right now is defaulted to of the calculator is defaulted to 4 times per year. So typically you want to be entering in the quarterly amount, but we can just simply erase that and just say dividend frequency 1 to show that we're doing the annual dividend payment. So we can see that once you get done entering everything, what it'll do is it'll auto calculate the results down here. I'm going to blow this up a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. But basically we can see that if we invest, if we invest $2,000, at the current share price, what our payout per year is going to be, which is going to be $56, per year at the current prices. And we're going to purchase close to 44 shares. Yield is a 2.78%. Share accumulation is a little above 1 share per year. So for myself, if I'm looking at this type of situation, it's definitely interesting. I typically try to target above 3% yield. But it's a pretty decent payout amount per year at $2,000. The thing I really like too is the share accumulation. I usually have all my positions on a DRIP, a dividend reinvestment plan, and the more share accumulation you can do, the quicker you can build up that dividend income. It's called the snowball effect in many dividend investing circles. So, that's where I would look at this and I would kind of be like, hey, Intel could be an interesting candidate for investing, just from a share accumulation perspective. Now, this calculator doesn't tell you anything about risk. Nothing here again is investment advice. It's just a tool that I use to show where I'd be at from a dividend income perspective. But it does, bring up that thing that if I bought today, here's what it would be. Now again, the assumptions the calculator makes is a stable share price, and that dividend income remains the same, which we know that companies typically will increase their dividend. Share price is going to be all over the place. So this is just a tool that gives you just a general, hey, where are things at right now, and if they stay the same right now, what would you get? Obviously, if the share price goes up, which is great from a just capital appreciation perspective, your share accumulation is going to go down. But if the share price goes down, then you're going to increase share accumulation. But then again, your risk might be going up. If the market's building in a lower share price. So again, it's just something, we could query different investment amounts here. We see if we did 10,000, we'd be getting 6 shares, per month or per year, an extra 6 shares through DRIP if we have an account on DRIP. And we'd be getting, be purchasing 220 shares. So again, it just gives us that tool for quick assumptions. Let's look at another stock here. Let's look at JPM. That they're at $114.57 and looks like a $3.60 payout ratio. So if we come over here, JPM 114.57, what was it? 360. Okay. And I have to verify these amounts. I update them automatically. I'm going to work on getting a feed. So if any of this is, if you ever see a dividends off, just, ping me at webmaster at moneybyraymond.com and we'll get that updated. But we can see that, so it's interesting, like Intel had a much lower price point. Here, I'm going to just do 2000. And just note that the ticker doesn't bring anything into this calculation, so you don't really need to put the ticker in there. I typically do, just so I know I can remember the stock that I'm looking at. We can see that even though this is a higher share price, JPM, the payout ratio is much, much higher, which actually is interesting. We have less share accumulation, higher yield, higher payout ratio. So sometimes that's what you're going to see in this calculator is that, all things being equal, you can get more shares of Intel, but your share accumulation is going to be higher, but JPM's yielding a little bit more. So it comes down to that valuation perspective. Which one should you choose? Which one should you go with more share accumulation in Intel or a higher yield in JPM? And that's where obviously each investor has to do their own due diligence. These are two stocks I would gauge against each other. And, I'd kind of look at, all right, what would be, better for my portfolio at this current time? It'd require a lot more deep dive analysis. But at least this, this is a tool that can help you at least begin in that journey and try to figure out, hey, if I have 2,000 and I want to invest in different stocks, we can go ahead and plug them in here. So feel free, again, this is a Forward Dividend Income Calculator available over on moneybyraymond.com. Just plug in what you're looking at. I have seen it, just a note that it works on mobile for me. I think on some devices it might not work, so I want to develop an app, but just not quite there yet. So, but hopefully that's something that's helpful to you. Again, come over here to moneybyraymond.com. I'm always looking to try to build out new tools for all my users. So really appreciate it. Again, like and subscribe this video, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye. Happy investing.